ClipDraw on a Glock 27. Hey my friends, Late Boy Scout here, and I want to talk to you briefly about this option for carriage of your gun. Whether it be a Glock or any other kind of gun, ClipDraw is a product that will help you minimize your carriage system. You need no holster in order to carry in this fashion. You slip that into your waistband, the clip goes on the outside around your belt, and it allows you to carry your firearm with no holster whatsoever. Now, I've reviewed this product in the past. In the past, what I said was that ClipDraw did not prevent the cant of the gun from moving. In other words, what I'd like to have is for this gun to stay canted about like this. However, the weight of the magazine turns it like this. It doesn't stay canted about where you want it. And that criticism still rings true right now. Since it's only one clip point and no real solid sort of base right there, it will still sort of move like this as you're using it throughout the day, as you're walking around with it throughout the day. And by the way, I have been using this a fair bit more since the last time I talked to you about it. I want to readdress ClipDraw mainly because since my first experience with it, I've had a lot more experience with shooting and with also some professional training, minimal professional training. So I want to try to apply the training I've had to this system and just see how it works. There will be criticisms, there will be some upsides, some downsides. Some of them will be obvious to you, some of them I'll try to point out. But I want to explore ClipDraw a little bit further. So briefly, I'm going to demonstrate how I would use this for you, and then talk a little bit about why I used it in that way. I'm going to do that for you one more time so you fully understand what I did. So let's go through those motions and I'll talk about what I did and why. At front sight, the draw I just showed you was basically what I learned, with one exception: racking around into the chamber. With ClipDraw, you're not using a holster, so nothing is really covering the trigger. For that reason, ClipDraw recommends, and I pretty much recommend, that if you're going to use ClipDraw, keep your gun empty chambered, condition 3. No round ready to go. Big downsides there. You can argue that in the comments section if you want to. Let's move on from it for right now though. Next, you saw me take my shots, do my after action drills, and then before I reholstered, I removed the magazine from the gun, briefly pocketed it, while I emptied the chamber, held on to that round, took the gun, put it in my waistband, empty, took that round, switched hands, took the magazine out of my pocket, reinserted that round into the magazine, pulled the gun out of my waistband again, reinserted the magazine. The gun is empty, it's safe, it's ready to stick back into my waistband, which is where I put it again. Now, that's a little bit complicated, but the way I see it, that's what you need to do in order to use ClipDraw safely. I'm not going to argue whether that's fast or not, whether that's best or not. I'm not going to argue any of those points. I just want to talk to you about what it takes to use ClipDraw safely, and you can make your own decisions. back to my point about no holster. You are not putting it into a holster. The trigger is not fully covered. You might argue that it is covered by your waistband, by your pants. I can't touch it right there. However, according to ClipDraw, and kind of according to me, that's still not the same as being holstered. So I agree with ClipDraw in that you should not have a round chambered if you're going to carry this way. There are some obvious benefits to using ClipDraw. The lack of a holster means you get the slimmest profile possible, and on a fat gun like the Glock 27, it can be a huge help to carrying this gun all the time. One more reason why you might want to choose ClipDraw. For those of you who work in environments where you cannot carry a gun on the job, you need to take this thing off and put it away anyways, in either your glove box or a locker or whatever. So you're not going to be able to wear it on the job. A holster, which is somewhat bulky and maybe even an extra supportive one, like let's say a crossbreed type of holster, can be very tricky to put on and take off quickly. If it's a simple in the waistband holster, that can be a little bit easier and not so much of a problem. However, once again, you've got the bulk of that added holster. So enter ClipDraw, you've got a simpler solution. You can take this thing on and off very quickly, put it in your glove box, put it in your locker, whatever the case may be. And with no round in the chamber, it's basically a safe gun anyway. There are definite upsides and definite downsides to using ClipDraw. I'm not going to tell you that you should or that you shouldn't. I just wanted to give you a little information about it, given the experience I have carrying it and knowing what I know about defensive handgun training. I hope this information has been helpful to you. I'm the Late Boy Scout. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.